stop shopping at supermarkets and support local suppliers. But when Saturday comes, you are tired and end up doing a quick shop at the nearest supermarket. Or maybe you dream of cycling to work, but once again you reach for your car keys and the bike stayed untouched in the garage. You care about the environment, but your energy and water consumption keep rising at home. Despite watching emotional documentaries about the tragic conditions of forced labor, the suffering of animals in factory farms, or the impact of climate change on local communities, your shopping habits don't reflect what you know about responsible consumption. You still have a lot of meat in your cart and perhaps another new piece of clothing as well. So what can you do to make better decisions? And what role can the state play in helping individuals make more sustainable choices? Is that paternalism or just good policy? To explain why we behave this way, psychology offers some answers. These insights can be useful not only for you as an individual, but also for groups, companies, and governments. Psychology has the tools to study and understand the mechanisms that influence our behavior and experiences. Psychology helps us to understand why we act and feel the way we do. But it's not that simple. Just like economics or ethics, psychology has different approaches. You have probably heard of behaviorism developed by Watson and Skinner. Then there's functionalism with thinkers like James and Gestalt psychology. We also have humanism, which includes Maslow and Rogers, and of course psychoanalysis led by Freud. These are just some of the approaches, but today the cognitive and cognitive behavioral approaches are the most influential. Psychology is a broad field with many specializations. In the context of sustainable consumption, social psychology, economic psychology, and consumer psychology are particularly important. These branches can help us understand the habits and routines that shape our behavior, as well as phenomena like lock-ins, which are often explored in evolutionary economics. Now let's get to the point. What can psychology reveal about sustainable consumption? First, it helps us describe both sustainable and unsustainable behaviors. Then, it provides an explanation of what these behaviors depend on by highlighting the factors that influence them. Psychology also has a wide range of tools to measure these factors, allowing us to predict whether our actions will be sustainable or not. What are the factors that shape our behaviors? Psychology looks at our experiences, which are shaped by our emotions and feelings. These, in turn, are influenced by our attitudes and beliefs. But psychology doesn't just study behavior in isolation. It also considers simple mechanisms such as the drive to satisfy basic needs like eating or sleeping, which can be explained through punishment and reward systems. Psychology also focuses on habits and routines, which are learned behaviors that help us conserve energy and make quick decisions. These automatic responses help us navigate daily life without having to rethink every choice from scratch. Another key area of interest is action, particularly actions that are goal-oriented and driven by motivation. Unlike habits, actions are not automatic. They require planning, assessing resources, and aligning behavior with personal and societal values. When it comes to encouraging sustainable consumption, understanding how and why people act can be especially useful. In this video, we have explored why psychology is important in understanding sustainable consumption. We looked at how our behaviors, whether it's shopping at supermarkets, using more energy at home, or choosing convenience over sustainability, are shaped by a variety of factors. Psychology helps us understand these influences, from habits and routines to emotions, attitudes, and motivation. We also touched on how psychology can predict whether our actions will be sustainable or not, and why it's important to consider these insights when encouraging more responsible behavior. So, here's something to think about. What small change could you make in your own habits that would help align your values with your actions when it comes to sustainable consumption?